Why Mark Cuban understands the NFT space.
Changed is over the last year, as I started getting more into smart contracts in particular, what made me really blow up on it and really get fired up about it is when I went to mintable.app and minted my first NFT. But when I saw the royalties, right, that was the game changer.
So I think it's really interesting to take a look at Mark Cuban's background. Mark Cuban created broadcast.com, which later sold to Yahoo. And broadcast.com had so much potential, so much growth.
His gold mine was called broadcast.com, one of the first internet sites to stream events live. Everything from Victoria's Secret models to countless sporting events.
And when Yahoo took it over, it didn't come to fruition to be the next ESPN or to take over or usurp ESPN. I don't consider that to be a failure on Mark's part. I think if you look at Yahoo, it's questionable at best what their strategy is beyond an acquisition. And they've had a lot of bad acquisitions, and then they've had a lot of acquisitions that they missed that they should have acquired. So I'm not going to fault him at all for that. But what I am going to say is I think this guy is a total expert in understanding consumer sentiment. I think that he really gets what individuals want in an experiential-based dynamic.
Opening night of 99-2000 season, we were undefeated. It was opening night, and it wasn't a sellout. There was no energy in the building. And I was like, I can do a better job than this. And boom, that's when it happened.
So whether that was watching broadcast.com and why that would be insanely popular and why now people digest so much of their sports content on their phone or on their computer, or for him to take a look at how the value growth of owning a professional sports team like the Dallas Mavericks comes into play. And, I think they're about the 9th most valuable sports team in the basketball space. So of the NBA teams, I believe they're the 9th most valuable. I think they're worth about $2.5 billion. He gets this space. He's really on the ball. And I think that he's a really good fit to kind of be a little bit of an ambassador for blockchain and NFT, because I believe the future of NFT, whether you're looking at art, sporting events, concerts, memorabilia, real estate, is all going to be about bridging the digital world with the human in-person interaction. And I think that's where he's really strong. I'm listening very carefully to what Mark Cuban has to say about the NFT space, and I largely agree with a lot of his opinions. I think that we're gonna wake up in 5 years and see that Mark Cuban and maybe a Gary Vaynerchuk and a few other players like the Beeples of the world were at the forefront and the inception of a giant wave of change. And I think that we're gonna look back and really see that these people led the charge in something that was as big of a paradigm shift or close to as big of a paradigm shift for things like sports and in-person events and real estate as the internet was for e-commerce and music downloads.